Sass, and we're back with Sandy, and now we're in the Ubuntu garden, the garden which provides, I think you were saying in the summer, up to 95% of the gorgeous vegetables that are served at this vegetarian restaurant. And I think Sandy's going to introduce us to the gardener.
Yes, this is Rose Robertson. She is a manager of the garden, and she's going to give you a tour and walk you through and show you what we have here. Take it away.
Yeah.
And Sandy, perhaps you can comment along the way about how some of these beautiful vegetables are used in the dishes served in Ubuntu.
Okay.
Which the menu, as I understand, changes pretty much daily.
It does.
Where shall we start, Rose?
We can start right over here. So yeah, we harvest 3 days out of the week, 4 days in the peak season. The mornings are busy picking vegetables, and then we bring down the load to the restaurant for them to use that night. So the vegetables get immediate use. And
so within hours of being in the ground?
Within hours, especially lunch on the weekends, it's definitely within hours. And like you were saying, the menu changes constantly, and they're working with whatever we have in abundance, or what's ready that day. So
is your growing season pretty much year-round?
It is. We're very productive all winter. We create little greenhouses over each bed so we can extend the growing season.
Fantastic. And this is a biodynamic garden, right?
It is.
Can you explain, please, what that means?
Biodynamics covers, all the basics of organic farming. In addition, we are working with the rhythms of nature. We have a planting calendar that follows the cycles of the moon. We use 9 different preparations that are made of different herbs and animal manure, and these are applied to the land, and they're used as a medicine for the land. And we're looking at our garden as an individuality, as a living organism, everything working together in harmony.
So this is based on Rudolf Steiner's beliefs, right?
Yes.
And have you, I'll use the word amended, some of the basic tenets of biodynamic gardening to suit this particular garden? Or can you really just go straight with the rules of biodynamics?
Well, I mean, looking at it as an individuality, every farm's different. So you're using what you have on your land. For example, we have chickens, so we use their manure, versus another farm will have horses, where they can use their manure. So it's very adaptive to each farm.
Great.
Yeah. So
I've heard very good things about chicken manure.
Yeah.
And now in Manhattan, where I live, there's here and there, mostly in Brooklyn, people are starting to have be able to have chickens.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So right now we're coming into strong spring season, and things are finally starting to grow real fast. We've got a lot.
Want to show us some close-ups?
Sure. We've got a lot of baby greens right now. These are some baby head lettuces. Where they'll only get half as the size of a normal head lettuce that you'd find at the store. Everything stays real tender when you keep it at a baby stage.
So meaning that you pick it at also when it's very young.
Right. And we have a rotation of baby mixed salad greens. These are different mustards, and a kale, and also arugula.
Let's take some close-ups if we can.
Did you have the carte de musica at the restaurant? That was the pig plate with all of the greens on it?
No, but we had. Well, we did have the thing that had the flower pot.
Yes.
Is that it?
That's not it.
But, okay.
That's not it.
But that was pretty darn wonderful.
If you have that, you will notice this is as large as the greens will grow that go on that plate. So you can just reach down. I like to nibble my way through the garden. See, they all have a very distinct flavor.
That's mustard, right?
Yep.
Oh, that is just fabulous. Really, you don't, I know you have wonderful dressings in the restaurant, but you really don't need them. Because these little lettuces, would you call them microgreens, or at this point? Or?
Next stage up from a microgreen.
Okay.
Because you're getting that true leaf. And this is a good example of the different stages. These will look like those next week.
Oh, they're growing that quickly.
And then the following bed over there is a little bit older. It's already been half cut. and you get about 3 cuttings off of each bed.
Do you actually snip them?
Yeah, we've got a harvest knife.
Oh,
We
a
just kinda
harvest
run,
knife.
kinda give it a
Okay.
haircut.
Oh, excuse me. So, oh, this is fab. These colors are just extraordinary. And what else do you have growing? I see some fennel over there.
We've got lots of fennel. We've got
Is it a particular type of fennel?
2 different kinds. There's an Orion fennel and a Zephafino Italian fennel. Fennel's real easy to grow. That's something we can do year-round. It's very happy here.
And I remember a dish I had in the restaurant the other night where you used every bit of the fennel, including, I guess, the stalks, which you called sticks because you roasted them off pretty hard, and everything was just delicious.
Yeah, they really try to use every part of the plant.
Yes.
So nothing goes to waste, and they can get really creative with these dishes.
That's a wonderful challenge to use every part.
We've got a lot of herbs. We've got some chervil.
I love chervil. That's just a real favorite and so underused.
Yeah, it's got a really unique flavor.
A little bit celery-like with licorice overtones.
Yeah, it's a little hard to describe. And cutting celery and parsley, they go through a lot of parsley.
What is cutting celery?
Cutting celery it's got the same flavor, but you eat just the leaves.
Okay.
It won't form that stalk.
You know, do you grow any lovage? Because
We do.
Yeah, that has a little bit of a celery-like taste.
Yeah.
Well, shall we take a break for a moment and
Sure.
we'll... Oh no?